going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Lary Talk. I'm your host, Henry King, and also a laryngectomy patient. So I got a lot of positive feedback about the first episode. Sorry it was a little long, guys. I know everybody was like, could have cut it down a little bit, but your average podcast is like an hour, folks. So an hour and a half ain't too bad. I didn't do a Joe Rogan and go 3 hours, so you should feel lucky on that. Also, nobody ever said you had to sit down and watch or listen to the whole thing at one time. I never do that. I'll listen to Joe Rogan and Bill Burr, but I don't do it all in one setting unless I'm like, doing something. But anyway, your prerogative. So this week's episode, I'm going to start it off with giving a shout out to Aaron Wade. Aaron's a laryngectomy patient who happened to write a book, The Silent Partner, my first year as a laryngectomy. There you can see right there. It's a really good book. It's actually very positive insight on the negative and very humorous. It's an easy read. It's not all of like scientific mumbo jumbo. You know what I mean? So you're not going to get the horrific side of that, like a doctor telling you things. But it's a really good book. I actually had a good time reading it. And Aaron's a great guy. He also sent me a little care packet of these little designs that he makes that go on your HMEs. Right now I'm wearing one. As you can see, a little smiley face there. Have a nice day. But he's got a bunch of different ones, and he can also make them for you. So if you want to contact him, I'll have his information up on here. And or if you're at a support group and happen to see him, contact him. He's a great guy. He's fun to talk to. And he'd be happy to send it to you. You didn't even charge for the book. He sent it all free. So the guy's not trying to make a buck either. He's just trying to put some positivity out there. And I admire him for that. And that's what this show this week is all about. It's all about the positivity. I'm going to start off with truth commercials because as we all know, most people don't know about us. And when they do get to see us, it's kind of in a negative way. Now, I'm not going to bash truth.com or anything they've done. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people to quit smoking. And I get that. That's great. You know what I mean? More power to them. I hope it works. But if you're going to be called truth, man, you got to give some truth to some things. You know what I mean? Not all laryngectomies are from smoking. There's people that are born with defect and made it so they had to become a laryngectomy. There's been people in car accidents. There's been people that get this that never smoked a cigarette in their life. So you gotta be, if you're gonna call yourself truth, you gotta be truthful. And sorry if you hear somebody driving by right now. I don't have a silent room or anything like that. I don't have a soundproof room. It's just me and my trailer. It's probably gonna start raining soon, so you'll probably hear that too. And anyway, I'm positive on that. So my idea this week is to show some people Larry's doing Lary life, which surprisingly has been extremely hard to find. Now, I could go into like Facebook and try to rip off somebody doing something there, but I'm not that kind of guy. Everybody on here that's going to be featured this week, except for a couple, I've gotten permission to put them on there. I've contacted them and they've given me permission to put the stuff on here. So I'm not trying to, stomp on any toes and copyrights and all that. So back to these truth.com commercials, man. Some of them are really fucking stupid. Like, dude, I don't know if any of you guys remember the one where they're smoking weed and a girl deflates into the couch and blah, blah. They're dumb. But they had a series of them on there with a few laryngectomy patients going around and talking. And the one I'm going to show you, and no, nothing with against the laryngectomies in these commercials. They were doing a positive thing. They have no control of how it's distributed, what it's for, or anything like that. They were just doing something positive. So I'm not bashing them, don't get me wrong. But I am going to prove them wrong on some things that they said in their commercial. Okay, so this first video here is from a laryngectomy patient named Tom, who is clearly afraid of water. I get what they're trying to say here, but Tommy, let's just go to what I see. Okay, we'll play you, and then we're gonna play something else.
We're probably about 300 yards from the beach. This is as close as doing boom. That means that water. I can't go in water at all. I'll drown instantly. Running, jogging, walking fast. I'm out of breath climbing stairs. You know, heavy lifting, stuff like that, yeah. Run out of breath very, very fast. I used to mountain bike a lot with my brother-in-law, reaching about 20 miles a day. And that went out the window after they said I couldn't do that anymore. You know, maybe a little bit, like, not like I used to.
Okay, Tom. Couple problems I have with that video. And again, it's not Tom. Okay, it's the way they edit and everything else. First of all, the whole can't go near water thing. How do you shower, dude? You gotta go near water. As far as the ocean goes, I personally been to the ocean since I've been a laryngectomy, and I went in the water. Did I go under? Did I go enough to be worried? No. But you can still go and sink your feet in the sand and have a good time. Come on, man. The other thing that kind of annoyed me was the whole I can't exercise thing. That's not true. That's just simply not true. He probably said something about having COPD and difficulty breathing in some way. And that's why he can't exercise. Of course, they're going to edit that out. You know what I mean? They're going to edit that out because the riding bicycle thing, you go tell Sean Smith, the guy that's in a support group of mine, that he can't do that. The guy's been planning this huge bicycle ride for a year now where he's going to travel around riding his bike. So the whole I can't ride a bike thing. But again, nothing against Tom, man. The water thing, personal choice. Me personally, like I want to swim. I really do. In the next video, I'm going to show you. It shows that it's very possible to go swimming. Check this out. If it's a personal choice of yours not to go swimming, fine. But check out this lady. Let's go. Now, I had to cut the music because of copyright infringement. I don't want any. I don't need any strikes against me. But I mean, check it out, man. She's in a swimming pool. She's having a good time. You're gonna let a woman up you? I mean, I'm just saying. You're gonna let a woman out, do you, Tom? Come on, Tommy, get in the water, my man. Shit, I know I plan to at some point. I got my favorite swimming spot ever, and it's just a waterfall. It's all it is. Nice little area called Ithaca Falls. And my goal is to swim there again someday. So the whole Larys can't be in water. Get the fuck out of here with that. There's plenty of videos too. If you actually go up and look laryngectomy swimming, you'll see a pool full of laryngectomies in a swimming pool together. It's kind of funny. So again, personal choice. But the whole can't run, can't do that. I'm not out of breath a lot. And I'm sure a lot of others aren't either. It depends on your lungs, man. Your breathing. I mean, this didn't distract that much breath from you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't get that one, but let's move on to the next one, right? This is my favorite one, probably. This one came out probably about 20 years ago. And sadly, I used to make fun of it myself because the song is catchy. Man, I can't lie, man. It was always in my head. And then, you know, back then, South Park, all that good crap. So this is why, after getting this, I see the irony. And, you know, anyway, let's check it out. Let's hear our favorite song. Ready?
Sometimes you just lose a lung. Oh, you don't always die from tobacco. Sometimes they
So,
just
20 years ago, probably, I think this came out.
And you won't sing word.
cowboys. First of all, cowboys in the New York City area crack me up anyway. That's just funny. Yeah, you just got to already set up camp and everything. Now, looking at it now, the guy's clear. That's pretty goddamn clear, right? If it's not like a voiceover, if that's actually him, I'm proud of the guy. Kudos, you actually sound good. Way to go, cowboy. I wonder if he tried out being a Marlboro man at one time. Anyway, so with that said, you can't sing. Well, I still sing. I mean, I sing more probably now than I ever have because why not? I sound like crap anyway. This is probably an improvement on my singing. Now, you're not going to climb the bars, at all. But I want you to check out this video from a man, Harry Glaslin, who just happens to be a laryngectomy, and he wrote a beautiful song. And this song, as soon as I heard it, stuck in my head afterwards. So I had to contact the man and be like, may I use this? And like every laryngectomy so far, he was all supportive and all for it. So check out this song.
Rolling back the years, all those days of fun. Never thought I'd be this old with all the things I've done. I never gave a thought to living to old age. For I have read the book of life, but I never did turn this page. Life is what you make it, son. Live it while you can. And do all the things you want when you get to be an old man. You don't hurt nobody. No one's hurting you. Live every day like it's your last, is what I advise you do. I have taken pleasure, had my share of pain, worked beneath the scorching sun, and slept out in the rain. I have been in love, so love me in return. Sometimes it hurts so bad, that's a way to learn. Life is what you make it, son. Live it while you can. You can't do all the things you want when you get to be an old man. You don't hurt nobody. No one's hurting you. Live every day like it's your last, is what I advise you do. I've been patriotic. I've come through a war. Haven't thought the how and why. Still don't know what for. Some friends have passed on by. They still live in my mind. Some were good, some were bad. Some were mean and some were kind. Life is what you make it, son. Live it while you can. Can't do all the things you want when you get to be an old man. You don't hurt nobody. Nobody's hurting you. Live every day like it's your last, is what I advise you do. Live every day like it's your last, is what I advise you do.
So I seriously suggest looking Harry up. He's actually got a lot of good songs out there, and he's got videos up, I think, of him singing before he had a laryngectomy. Guy had a great voice. He's out of Australia, I believe. I believe so. But great guy. So, and it's a beautiful song. And if that doesn't get you, I know some of you out there are like, yeah, but I can't sing if I got an electric larynx. Oh, well, that's not true. you can still sing. It doesn't matter. You don't believe me, you can scat. Check out Ron Perlman. The fact that he could do this, right? First of all, let's wait a minute, okay? Before we get in any further. Ron doesn't have to use his breath. Okay, anybody who uses these, you don't use your breath, you just mouth the emotion. Now I got a true talent. Ron is really the reason why I got this. Man, my first year, I didn't have a voice, I didn't have the tub. So this is my only form of communication. And if I wanted to learn, I had to learn. So if I wanted to learn, I had to learn. If I wanted, there we go. If I wanted to speak, I had to learn it. And Ron kind of helped me to pick out which one I wanted to go with because it sounds so goddamn clear. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not as clear as Ron on this, but I'm not too bad either. You can understand the words that are coming out of my throat. So if you think about it, Ron could do a world record for scatting. There's no time you ever need to take a breath with this. You can just keep going and never, ever, 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 ever. You can never, ever run out of breath. You can do this for an eternity if you wanted to. It's all up to you and what you want to do. Okay, so now let's go to the man, Ron, doing his thing.
So, don't mind the ring lights and the googly eyes, but, I'm here to annoy you and annoy myself and annoy my neighbors and annoy the world with, trying to stat with an electrolarynx. That's right, stat with an electrolarynx. So, oh yeah.
Seriously, you should check Ron out though. He's a great guy. He's funny as hell. He does comedy. He's great on the guitar. And he'll help you out if you need any help on learning how to use one of these, man. Because they really are a pain right in the cunt. When you first have surgery, you're swollen. You got to find a spot for you. And my spot kept changing. It was originally over here, and then it came down, and now it's right there. And you can do both of them at the same time, in case you were wondering. I don't recommend it, though, because it's way too much vibration and it's uncomfortable. But you can do both at the same time if you really want to. Call it a remix. Anyway. And seriously, if that doesn't all impress you, you got Aries singing and playing guitar. You got Ron doing scat on EL. Let's go check out this little beautiful gem over from the UK across the pond. Roll that beautiful Lary footage.
I see trees of green, I see them bloom, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Now, granted, these guys ain't pulling up Whitney Houston style notes, but they probably weren't doing it before anyway. So, and Louis Armstrong, I mean, think to myself, what a wonderful world. It's not bad, right? I mean, he was low any goddamn way. I mean, if you really wanted to go lower, you could go crash test dummies. Anybody remember those idiots? I mean, yeah. Once there was this girl who be pretty easy when you go low. It's the high notes I have a problem with. So any good way. Moving on from the singing. And let's go to instruments, right? Because, you know, unless you have a tep, you can't play an instrument. You can't do these things, right? That's what we're always told. We can't do this anymore. We can't do this anymore. Allow me to introduce you to the MacGyver of the Larrys. I would like to dub him Larry Guyver. Seriously, if everybody would start calling Bill this, it'd be funny. Larry Guyver, his real name is William Cross. He goes by Bill. I'm going to show you a video of him doing harmonica stuff, but you really should check out his page. Bill is the reason why I could do this right here. Blowing my nose. Now, I know to an average person, they're like, oh, you blew your nose. Good for you, buddy. But for a Larry, that's damn near impossible for some. And if you can't do it the way he describes doing it, he has other methods. He has all these different ways to do things that involve like baby nipples and stuff like that. Like I said, the MacGyver, you got to check out his videos. But here's a real quick one of him playing harmonica. Mind you, he doesn't play harmonica, so it wasn't like something he did before. So I believe he said right in the video that it's for his COPD. We'll watch. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Bill, and today I'm going to be playing the harmonica. Now, being a laryngectomy and a neck breather is not really all that common, but with the help of a baby nipple, I figured out how to do it. Let me give it a try. Now, I never used to play the harmonica, so I'm not all that good, but give it a try. It's very relaxing. The biggest problem is you hear a lot of the inhaling, which is a little hard to deal with because you have to do it through this microphone, but just sitting in a room is not quite as bad, but hope you enjoyed it. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Now, my man ain't trying out for no Aerosmith. He ain't going to be in the Blues Traveler anytime soon. But that's pretty goddamn cool, right? So, and Bill is one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do it, he's just going to tell you not yet. He finds a way to do it. I admire Bill. He's funny as hell too. So you should really check out his page on YouTube. And I'll have all the links for everybody here, but also he has a support group Lary Voice on Facebook. You should check out. There's a couple of support groups you should probably be a part of if you're becoming a Lary. On Facebook, like I mentioned in my first video, the first episode, these things help me out a lot, man. You got Larry Speakeasy, which is a really fun one. That one actually everybody's in high spirit usually. And then you got the laryngectomy support group, and then I do Lary Voice, Lary Voice. And that's the ones I do mostly. There's other ones too, the International Association of Laryngectomees and all that good stuff. But these are the ones that I do personally. And I'm sure a lot of you watching right now are actually from there because, where else am I promoting? Anyway, speaking of promotion, I'd like to thank my sponsor this week. We still don't have a sponsor. Oh, really? Well, anyway, if anybody would like to sponsor the show, let me know, man. So moving on now, I'm showing this one about Steve with thetruth.com because Steve, my boy, I think you're doing a little bit of overkill here when you mow your lawn, man. Like, I don't know how to do this. And I don't know, Larry, a scar, that's all you got to do is cover this, man. Your HME is your filter. You get what I'm saying? You'll see what I mean. And maybe this is how Steve really does it. I don't know, and I'm not making fun of the guy. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's way overcautious. Some of them are. Or if this is, I'm curious if this is something director was like, hey, put this on. It's like kind of an overkill. Let me show.
Try to flush as much of it out. People think it's hard for me to breathe, but it's better this way.
Like I was fine with it until he started looking like a space cadet. Then I'm like, wait, are you going to space or mowing your lawn, bro? So while he's doing all that, let me show you what this 80-year-old laryngectomy patient doing. Because he's obviously cautious. This guy is not. And again, I had to turn the sound off. They're also in Spanish, so I didn't understand a damn thing he was saying. My bad, everybody. I don't know anything but English, and I barely speak that well, as you can see. But here we go. Let's see what this guy's doing. A blast, right? Now, here's the thing. I've never even skydived without being a laryngectomy. Think about that, man. You ever had your breath taken away when you're just back when you were normally breathing? Stick your head out the window, riding on a motorcycle, something, wind come by, take your breath away. Picture that now, man. So kudos to him, kudos to Granddad, because even not being a laryngectomy, something about jumping out of a perfectly fine plane to me, relying on another dude, I'm good. I do a lot of dumb things, but I'm good. So, the point of this one is you see all these commercials, truth, and you see all the negative light about being a laryngectomy. You're not seeing the positive. Life ain't over. You can still do whatever you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you different. You just got to figure out a new way of doing it. That's all. We can do anything we want. We just haven't figured out how to do it yet. That's all. That's it. The key to the whole thing about going through this from diagnosis until the rest of your life is trying to stay positive, right? Well, how do you do that? People ask. Well, what the hell did you do before? What did you do before this that made you happy? Did you go listen to music? Go listen to music. If singing was your thing, you could still sing. Who gives a shit what you sound like as long as you're doing it and having a good time doing it? If your thing was just going walking in the park, go do that. Don't be afraid to do the things you did do that made you happy. Only thing difference now is you don't have a voice and you breathe through your neck. Eating's a challenge. That's it, man. You still have legs. You still can do whatever you want to do. Now, if you're older and you got other health issues and all that going on, I feel for you. And everybody is different. But if you're a young buck like me and you got no health issues and you're doing well, you have no excuses, man. Go out there and live life. Do you do what you want to do? You know what I mean? And I gotta stop saying I know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Jesus, if you guys could take a shot every time I said that, you'd probably be dead. So the whole purpose of this episode and every episode, hopefully, is to positivity in life, man. What I did to stay positive was during last year, I couldn't go outside much because when you're doing radiation chemo, they tell you to stay out of the sun. Of course, the first month I didn't listen. I'm out camping, fishing, all that. And yeah, I regretted it. Stay in. So I ended up being on YouTube a lot, looking up laryngectomy stuff. But I really got into like these cooking shows because I couldn't eat normally. I'd have the tube, feeding tube, and all that. So I tortured myself by watching these cooking shows like Bitching with Babish. Like one of my favorite shows ever is Hot Ones. I love how they do the interviews and they're eating hot wings. It's great. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's so funny. And then I end up with Mythical Morning with Red and Link, which is really dumb and funny. It's funny, but it's dumb. Like they're guys my age with a 12-year-old attitude, and it's fucking perfect. I needed it. I was trying to find things that were pick me ups. I played a lot of music. The band you hear at the beginning of every episode is called Gun Poets. The guitarist is actually a friend of mine, but that song was my song of the year. I would listen to that song probably twice a day, man. Sometimes with tears in the eyes, man, but that was my song. That's what got me through. You got to find that, man. That's all you got to do. You got to find that. You got to find the positivity and don't focus on the negative. Now, if you're one of those people that were before this was already pissed off at the world and negative about everything, I guess that's your thing. And you're going to be even more pissed off at the world and negative now. So I guess kudos. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know how people are like that. I know this world sucks and it's burning right now, but if you can't look at a lake and find the beauty of it, I'm sorry for you. Another of it is tough love. You know what I mean? Some people just need tough love. I'm that kind of person. I was raised on that. So I kind of need tough love, but so speaking of positivity, and we're going to wrap this up soon because I don't want to bore you all to death. So Val Kilmer is coming out with a documentary about his life. As you know, Val Kilmer had throat cancer. Finally admitted that he had throat cancer. And I don't think he's had a full laryngectomy. I think he had a partial or something, but he does not speak normal anymore. He does not look like Val Kilmer. In fact, I tease my girlfriend a lot and tell her, I'm your Huckleberry now. Making fun of, Anyway, so it comes out in theaters on July 23rd, and it's called Val, and it's by Amazon. And that's great. It's going to put out a whole new light. It's going to bring people around to this diagnosis. And hopefully, get a little bit of ball rolling on the research. The only thing I'm asking Val to do, is I know you're going to make a lot of money on this, Val, you and Amazon, give back to the cancer community. Not just your conservation issues and all that, which is great. Val does some great stuff for charity. But please give back to us so that we can get more research, more funding. And who knows, guy, you're young enough still, they might come up with a transplant of some kind. And boom, Val Kilmer is now a Huckleberry again. Now, with that said, I invite Val Kilmer on my podcast, but trying to get a hold of him has been next to impossible. So Val, if you see this, buddy, Lary to Lary, come on to my show. I can't pay you a damn thing. You ain't even got to fly anywhere. We'll do it over Zoom. And let's have a conversation, buddy. Let's talk, let's chat, let's have a good time. And let's put a positive on this negative together, bud. See what happens. If not, whatever, I did my part, right? So that's the show this week, everybody. Hope you have a great time. Hope you have a great life. Remember to look up Aaron in his book. He has the greatest quote at the end of it that's so fucking funny to me. I lost my voice, but you won't hear me complain about it. And that's what's up. Positivity, guys. Until next time, enjoy your lives and have a good one.
Everybody wake up. It's a brand new day. This is your chance to let your soul shine. Proud to be you and me, freaks and geeks. Always remember that your soul is divine. Come on. When the road resting, when the sun sets, we bust out paint and make a big mess. And take a big breath cause the air is fresh. Like man, this world here sure is beautiful.